Welcome to BNI Mid America TV, where you can learn more to earn more and get more from your BNI membership. Today's show is the New Member Spotlight with your host, Marcel Brown.
And welcome back to another New Member Spotlight. I'm your host, Marcel Brown, the most trusted name in technology and the New Member Experience Regional Coordinator for BNI Mid America. With me today is Betsy Soltysiak, and her company is By Betsy. Welcome, Betsy.
Thank you, Marcel.
So tell me a little bit about By Betsy. I was lucky enough to sample some of your things at the BNI Expo here recently.
Yes. By Betsy grew from after 2020, just deciding that it was time to do something that I've always loved. I have baked for my friends and family members as long as I can remember. I went through and received some of my grandmother's and my mom's recipes. I baked with them all the time. And I just decided to sit back and put a twist on everything and make it my own. So I take some great family recipes and I turn them I specialize in dessert bars, which are mostly all different types of cheesecake bars. I do have a fantastic regular cheesecake that was a recipe from my husband's great grandmother. And it's very secret, by the way. So I can't tell you, or, I'd have to kill you. So as my father-in-law used to tell me. But I pride myself on being unique and delicious.
Delicious indeed, because like I mentioned, I did get to sample some of your bites at the BNI Expo, and everything was super delicious. So
wonderful. Glad to hear it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So speaking of BNI, then how long have you been in BNI, and which chapter did you join?
Absolutely. I joined the West County Business Alliance chapter. And I joined in June of 2021, so I haven't yet hit my year. I could bore people forever and ever and tell them how wonderful BNI is, and it changed my life. It changed everything for me for the best.
Well, then let's hear a little bit more about that.
Absolutely. I went to several different BNI groups. All are wonderful. They're great. Some are just a little too early in the morning for me. A long drive, but I had a great experience at all of them. As soon as I walked into the West County Business Alliance, I was home. Not that they all were wonderful, but this one had this vibe of the people and the closeness of them, and they were truly friends. And you could tell that from just everything that they did, and they cared about one another. And I found a group that not only wanted to be in BNI for their own business and their own their own money in their pockets, and so to speak, but they really wanted to help other small business or other types of business succeed through their referrals, through their contacts. And everything was just an ease. And I cannot tell you how much they helped me, not only with my phrase of there's always room for a bite, to, just going over things with websites and, all different types of referral, and hooking me up with some great networking as how I met you. So it was, and I've been to a few other different types of networking things that are outside of BNI. Nothing even touched this group and how wonderful they are.
Well, that is a great testimonial for BNI and the West County Business Alliance for certain. Certainly sounds like a chapter I should visit at some point soon.
You need to. You do. Yes.
Good. So what you described, as hopefully most of us that are on BNI should know, is the philosophy of givers gain, giving to others, and then everyone wins. And while it's not a reciprocal arrangement where if you give to someone, they're expected to give back to you, but it just works out the way where if you are a giver, then you will receive, because it just tends to work out that way. From a practical level, people like to try to refer and find business for people that are giving them business. But I think almost on an energy level, it's just the more you do for others, like karma, the more you're going to get back. I had a story to share just actually this last week. One of my BNI members in my chapter gave me a referral, and I went to that referral the next day and took care of them. And as I'm leaving, I got on a phone call with another client, and it just so happened that they were ready to start some e-commerce on their website. So I was able to give a referral right back to the person that gave me a referral. It doesn't always work out that way, but it's amazing when it does. It's like
And when
just
it does, absolutely.
referral
Yes,
magic. Yeah.
it really is
So,
referral, and it is referral magic.
mhm.
The best way that we do is, I always figure all of us, just like you and everyone else, we represent ourselves, we represent what we do. And so it's great when you're with a group of people and somebody just says, gosh, I just haven't been able to find a good roofer, or, I really need my carpets cleaned. Those are the things that just trigger you. And you're like, well, look no further. I have this for you. It's great.
Exactly. And that's, I hear that, I've heard that a lot here lately, where people, relatively new members, are not just raving about the referrals they're getting and the connections they're making out in the business world, but also the fact that they have this group of people that they know, like, and trust, and then they can be a service to others by knowing a guy, as some other people put it, having that, being that connector person for people in your friends and family and other business associate circles is absolutely valuable. And it makes it easy for us too, because when we need something, well, who's in our chapter? And if not in our chapter, who have we met through BNI? It just makes it easy. So I've heard a lot about that lately. It's a good point.
Yeah.
So coming back to Bites by Betsy, certainly anyone can eat what you provide, but as we know in BNI, specific is terrific. So if you've had a chance to think about it, who are the type of connections you'd like to make, first as in particular clients or customers of yours, but also more importantly is people that could be connectors to put you in front of a bunch of those types of clients?
Absolutely. So one of the things that I have really been involved with and just have had amazing partnerships with people is I love to be able to knock on someone's door and deliver them a package of some beautiful and, like I said, very unique and delicious treats as a thank you for doing business with, my Mark Miller, who's in the Cardinal Carpet, Dave Hayes, who is a realtor. I've got a solar guy, Ben, Adam, with custom window treatments, and present them with a beautiful package filled with yummies as a thank you for doing business with all these other folks. And what I found is I always get this joke back from all of them is that, they didn't care about the house they bought. They didn't care about this. They cared about what you brought. And, to do the things that I do, I absolutely make sure that it's very personable. I call everyone ahead of time. And of course, I want to know, what's most convenient because I deliver, what's most convenient. And also, in this day and age, you have to be very, very understanding of people's dietary restrictions. So I do gluten-free. I do keto. I do no eggs. I do no nuts, of course. I mean, anything like that. So there is always something for everyone. And I make sure that we are, that we're doing that for everyone. And I cannot tell you how many people have thanked me for that because their son can't have gluten and they have nowhere to turn. And it makes me really happy to be able to do that. And I love seeing their faces. It's like, wow, this is great. And it is such a wonderful pat on the back, all of those clients and all those wonderful business folks that I'm doing this for. And, it's a great reflection on them and it gives me wonderful networking. And actually, since our last networking that we went to, Marcel, I am now in pursuit of really looking for caterers or food trucks that don't have desserts. And I think that we would make excellent partners. So that's where I am kind of trying to knock on some doors since, I'm quite new. I haven't really been doing this for even a year yet.
All right. So it sounds good. So it sounds like you mentioned people that provide services like, say, realtors who sell a house, that sort of gift. So using your your bites as a gift. So that would be good to get you in front of some more realtors, potentially other types of service providers like that could give a gift after clients do a big job with them or sell something for them.
Sure.
Maybe, all those types of any sort of gift giving. But then you mentioned caterers and food trucks that do not have desserts.
Correct.
That could be a good ongoing source of business for you if you get in front of a caterer and they do the food, but they don't do the desserts. Well, every time they do an event and they need desserts, they're coming to you. That sounds like a great thing. So all you out there watching, Betsy here, be on the lookout for these types of connections that she asked for.
And don't forget birthday. Just occasions with your family. I always make, people call me, with different things, and I always let them know, look, I have to tell you, I don't create cupcakes. I don't make birthday cakes, and I don't make cake pops. But what I make is unique and delish. So for any occasion, Marcel, any
occasion, of course. Any occasion, of course. And so that's a great thing to give ideas for that. Sure. And I think you mentioned the special dietary type requirements. Obviously keto for sure is very popular.
Yes.
So people that are in the keto world could make great connections for you, because those that do keto still want to have something tasty as a dessert at times. And so why not give them something that they can enjoy and still stay on their plan? So
yes,
good ideas. Great. Well, Betsy, it's been absolute pleasure talking to you today.
Yes. Thank you, Marcel.
You're welcome.
You're wonderful. I so appreciate it.
And I look forward to visiting your chapter. Maybe when I visit, you'll have a few more of your bites available.
You know that I will. You just let me know when you're coming, and I'm going to make you keto, because I know that you really, that's what you're kind of digging on.
Yep. Well, thank you.
Thank you so much. And thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Have a great day.
You too. All right. Thanks. Well, that was another new member spotlight. I am your host, Marcel Brown, and we will see you again soon.
For more information on how BNI can help you build your business, book your complimentary consultation with Virginia Moose-Keith at discoverbnimitamerica.com. BNI Mid America TV is brought to you by the Bergman Insurance Group, your trusted source for Medicare information, education, and enrollment. Be sure to check out the show notes for additional information on how to contact today's host or guest about their business, and thanks for watching.